Full specs of OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro have been just leaked, and I'll be sharing these with you in this video. The OnePlus 8 series of devices is one of the most anticipated phone launches of 2020, perhaps more so than even the Huawei P40, and P40 series just got launched today, and that is really amazing, especially when talking about the camera system. Then this is just mind-blowing. And now it's time for OnePlus 8 to compete with Huawei P40 series, and today we will be taking a look at all the specs that have been leaked and confirmed by leakster on Twitter, Ishan Agarwal. He shared this table on Twitter confirming the specs of OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro. You can have a look at this. So first of all, let's start with OnePlus 8 leaks. The base model OnePlus 8 is said to have 6.55 inches Full HD Plus screen using Super AMOLED screen tech and with a 90Hz refresh rate, as in OnePlus 70 phones we saw last year. And there were rumors that OnePlus 8 series will have 120Hz display, but not. In OnePlus 8 we won't have 120Hz. Even in OnePlus 8 Lite we will not see 120Hz display. Just in the Pro model OnePlus 8 Pro we will see this thing. The cameras are said to include a 48 megapixel main snapper along with 16 megapixel and 2 megapixel sensors, could be ultra wide and macro sensors respectively. That's a curious array given the OnePlus 70 had the same but with a 12 megapixel telephoto instead of 2 megapixel one, making the new phone seem something of downgrade. On the front there is assumed that we will have 16 megapixel selfie shooter. The battery here is said to be 4300 milliamps and with the same 30 watts warp charging that OnePlus phones have come with before. According to leak, the processor is Snapdragon 865, which will obviously be 5G supported, and meaning the phone is 5G compatible. Finally, it's said that the OnePlus 8 will come with either 8GB or 12GB of RAM variants with 128GB or 256GB of internal storage variants. Talking about the IP rating of OnePlus 8, then according to this table from Ishan Agarwal, you can see there is no rating mentioned. I'm not sure that there will be any IP rating or not, so that's just a confusing thing for now, but we will see it later. And the selfie shooter design is going to be punch hole as we saw on Mi 10 Pro and Mi 10, and that's what we'll get in OnePlus 8. And now let's talk about the OnePlus 8 Pro. That is going to be the higher end variant of this OnePlus 8 series. The OnePlus 8 Pro apparently has a large 6.7 inches Quad HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a snappy 120Hz refresh rate, so it could have one of the best screens on a phone. It is actually providing us with 2K resolution with 120Hz at same time. We saw this thing in Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, but there it was a little bit different because in Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra we are just limited to use 2K resolution with just 60Hz or 90Hz refresh rate, not 120Hz. But if we will enable 120Hz refresh rate, then the resolution of the phone will automatically go back to full HD, not 2K. So that was something I say bad in Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, but OnePlus 8 Pro is actually working on this thing, and I hope this will be the one of the best screens on phone. The cameras are apparently 48 megapixel primary lens, another 48 megapixel lens, and then we have 8 megapixel, and last one will be 5 megapixel. And if the first is the main snapper, we would expect the others to be ultra wide angle lens, a telephoto and a macro lens like the base phone. This handset is set to have a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. Here will be that same case like I talked about in OnePlus 8. We will see a punch hole, not any pop-up style camera. In terms of battery, the OnePlus 8 Pro apparently has 4510 milliamps of power pack, a small boost over its sibling with the same 30 watts fast charging, but also the 30 watts wireless charging and even 3 watts of reverse wireless charging. So you can use the phone as wireless charging mat to power up other devices. It seems the phone will have the same RAM and storage combinations as OnePlus 8 and the same chipset with 5G compatibility. But unlike the device, we got waterproofing score here of IP68 that we didn't find in OnePlus 8 table. We're expecting the OnePlus 8 phones to launch around April 2020 unless this becomes another tech event that virus postpones. But before their eventual unveiling, we will be bringing you all the news and rumors of anticipated handset. And another thing that I want to talk about OnePlus 8 series, they are actually including a chipset named as MEMC, which actually just works as magic. The function of this chip is actually to convert the 24 fps videos into 120 fps without any frame loss, and you will see better smooth and slow motion videos with the help of this chipset. That's actually a good thing. And for more reviews and tech news, I would recommend you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.